Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Greene. This is Alternative Media Television. Today I interview John Bolton, former National Security Advisor for Donald Trump.
Not filtered by the media.
Only question is what's in our national interest.
But that's something the Europeans are going to have to work out without support from the United States.
Won't that be a massive crisis? What does that mean for the financial markets?
They're going to have to bear the consequences of it.
John, Angela Merkel is looking for further integration of the Eurozone. There's a massive crisis. Do you think that's a smart idea?
I'm a former Merrill Lynch broker who went rogue with a video camera after the largest financial crash in world history in 2008 and 2009. I set out to expose the truth. 11 years ago, I started Alternative Media Television from my basement and started making videos when people laughed, when people said social media wouldn't amount to anything. Now it's a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and it's changed my life. And interviewed celebrities like Steve Forbes, Eric Schmidt, Ron Paul, and many others. This is Alternative Media Television, and we are Amtv.
Well, I think that the convention really is a great opportunity for the American people to get a look at Governor Romney, at Mrs. Romney, at Paul Ryan, Chris Christie, and it'll set the tone for the beginning of the fall election campaign. And it's a chance for party leaders to talk directly to the American people, not filtered by the media, not filtered by the commentators, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks a lot.
John, Angela Merkel is looking for further integration of the Eurozone. There's a massive crisis. Do you think that's a smart idea?
Well, I don't myself prefer that as an alternative, but I think the European Union is now down to corner solutions, either the Chancellor's version of a much more integrated Europe, or the other corner is the breakup of the Eurozone. I think the latter is more likely, and in fact, in the case of Greece, I think is actually to their benefit to get out of the Euro. But that's something the Europeans are going to have to work out. I think they ought to work it out on their own without support from the United States.
Now, if they go back to national currencies, if Greece leaves the Eurozone, won't that be a massive crisis? What does that mean for the financial markets?
Well, I think like everything else, there are difficulties that it would pose, but that doesn't mean that we should support the euro simply because it exists. They're the ones that created this. They had primarily political objectives when they did so. That objective is now in the process of failing, and I think they're going to have to bear the consequences of it. I'm not saying that because I'm not concerned about the Europeans, but because it was their project, and they should take responsibility for it. That's what democratically elected governments do.
Thanks.